just wanna love you, just wanna hold you, just wanna be with you till we grow old.
Hey guys, welcome back. Today is Monday, the Monday before Thanksgiving. It's about 2 o'clock and I'm just making myself some lunch, and I figured I would update you guys on our journey. Do you see my cat back there? That's one of them. We have 3. She's just roaming around. Jump! Anyway, so our last cycle, which is the one where I tested out my trigger shot, was just Femera and trigger shot, and just a monitored cycle. It was not successful. I mean, I did ovulate with the trigger shot, but it did not result in a pregnancy, so I don't consider it successful. Since then, we have had an appointment with a reproductive endocrinologist here in the area. I went and saw them earlier this month. It was pretty early. It was like the 5th or something like that, November 5th. They were able to squeeze me in before the end of the year, which I was very thankful for. Because I have met my out-of-pocket deductible, I haven't had to pay for any of these treatments since my ectopic pregnancy. Like, we met it then because it was so expensive. So we haven't had to pay for anything since then. So I would prefer to get as much done as I can before the end of the year, and my deductible starts over again in January, so might as well get squeezed in everything that I can. So we went and saw her. I was on day 4 of my period, and day 4 of my cycle, correct terms, and she felt comfortable doing Femera again. She did not add the dexamethasone to it like my previous doctor did every cycle. And she also said that I would come back in for a follicle scan. I told her that last time I didn't ovulate or like have a big enough follicle until like day 17 or 19. I couldn't remember. So she had scheduled for me to come back in on day 17 to check the follicle size. And that would have been today. But she told me to continue taking OPKs, and if I got a positive before then to let them know, and they would squeeze me in that day so they could check my follicles and make sure I was really ovulating. So, long story short, I got a positive OPK on Friday. So I went in and they checked it, and I had a 25 millimeter follicle on my right ovary, and my lining was 11 millimeters. So she said everything looked perfect, and we were gonna do IUI. So, which, by the way, that's the reason why we went to a doctor here instead of keeping to go to the other doctor. He was really pushing for IUI last cycle, and there's just no way that that could happen there. We would be having to drive 3 hours away, and my husband's work schedule just does not work with it. And this clinic was like 45 minutes away, and I was able to bring his sample in if he couldn't come. So that's what we ended up doing. But follicle scan on Friday, we had IUI the next day. I did not have to get a trigger shot because I was already ovulating on my own. I was having a surge, so I honestly was quite nervous and didn't know what to expect. So I went in. It was very early on Saturday, by the way. I had to be there at 7:30 to drop off his sample and then come back at 8:30 for my procedure. So I dropped off his sample, and I kind of went and sat in the car for a little bit because I didn't know what to do. It was so early, not much stuff was open, like I couldn't go walk around anywhere really. So I just kind of sat in the car and messed on my phone a little bit. And I went back in at about 8:15, and I sat in the room, like in the waiting room, for like 5 minutes, and they came and got me, which was really nice that they came and got me a little bit early. I was actually done and out of there by 8:30. It was very quick. So we went in to the same room that we did the ultrasound in, and it basically was just like a annual exam type thing. Like, they just use a speculum, and then they insert the catheter in, and then they put the stuff in, and then you lay there for like 10 minutes, and that was it. Like, it happened in like less than a minute, and then I just laid there for 10 minutes and I was free to go. So it was very quick, pretty painless. I mean, I did have a tiny bit of cramping. She said that cramping was normal, and if I got cramping for the next few days, I could just take Tylenol or ibuprofen, whatever I preferred. But I haven't really had to. I just had a little bit of cramping that same day, but I haven't had any since. So we're currently in our 2-week wait. I have read that the first time doesn't usually work, but sometimes it will work for people. So my hopes aren't up too high this time, not this cycle. Ever since I mean, I ovulated and I've been having normal, like the normal symptoms that I have after I ovulate before I get a period. Granted, we just started our 2-week wait. I guess I'm 2 days past trigger. Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Yeah, 2 days past trigger. And usually right after I ovulate, my boobs get really, really sore, and then they stay sore till I get my period. And they've already started getting tender. So I don't know. I don't remember if my symptoms were any different whenever I got pregnant with the ectopic pregnancy or with my miscarriage 4 years ago, but I don't know. So I'm not staying too hopeful, but we'll see how it turns out. I will find out if it worked on my birthday, which kind of, it's like a good and a bad thing. If it's positive, like if we are pregnant, then that's like the best birthday present ever. But if we're not, it's like it's your birthday and you just find out you're not pregnant and you've been trying for like 2 years now. So I don't know. I'm trying not to get my hopes up, but I'm still trying to remain a little bit hopeful. So we shall see. But I just wanted to give you guys an update on it. The IUI really was not that bad. I expected it to be a little worse, and honestly I was kind of skeptical of it. I was like, I looked at the success rates and I was like, you know, the success rates aren't much higher than just trying naturally, so I didn't really see what it could really help with. But after further research on Dr. Google, it kind of makes sense how it works, and sometimes other things don't. Like when I had the consultation with the RE, she had said that sometimes, you know, just the medications to induce ovulation do not work because they can, there's another cat, they can create another, like a hostile environment for sperm to live in, whether it be like cervical mucus, stuff like that, like is the main one. And then sometimes they'll prevent lining from growing if you do conceive at just one implant. So she said there's like a lot of different factors. So the monitoring was really good. And she said that they could fix some of those things if we needed to, but the IUI would essentially bypass the cervical mucus aspect of it. So I don't know, it kind of made sense in that form. And also, like, I guess not very many sperm actually make it into the uterus. So at this point they're putting in, like he had 12 million healthy sperm that she put in. So that's 12 million sperm all going after the same egg. So I can kind of see like how those chances are better too. I didn't realize like how few actually make it in. So I don't know. I'm trying to remain hopeful, but I'm not trying to get my hopes up or anything like that, if that makes sense. Remaining hopeful, but not getting too excited about it. So we'll see, but I will keep you guys updated, and I'm in the dreaded 2-week wait. I'll know on December 1st, which I'll be 29. Oh, I'm getting so old, but yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna eat my lunch, but I just wanted to, sorry, my thing is turning. I just wanted to give you guys a quick update on what's going on with us.
Life was great till you added color.